Okay, I'm back. It's so good to see you. As you can tell, I have a friend with me today. This is an old friend, not not ancient, but a childhood friend from church. And since she was just a little girl, not the last time I saw her, but most of our lives together, she was elementary. But she loves cooking, and so she wanted to do a cooking show with me, and I am so happy she's here. It's Megan Dykmans. And she lives just down the road in Athens. I'm still here in Jacksonville. And today we're going to do a Mexican little thing for you. And she also, I don't know if you can tell by her apron there, but she works Pampered Chef. And we're going to use a few of their products. She just barely showed them to me this morning as she got here, but I'm loving them already. I'm thinking, of course, you know, my name is Gina. I'm addicted to Jesus. I'm addicted to dishes. So that's my deal, is because I love cooking so much. And I'm excited about what we're going to make. So the very first thing we're going to do is she's got a sopapilla cheesecake going. Yeah. I don't know if you are have ever had sopapilla cheesecake before, but she's got this recipe here that we've had for years and years. Yes. In fact, I had to go through my recipe books. When I worked, we have a program in church that is very similar to Boy Scouts. It's called Royal Ambassadors, and my husband and I did that. And I had Happy Mother's Day. I didn't put 1996.
Oh.
So we did sopapilla cheesecake then. Yeah. How old were you in 96?
I was 3.
You were 3.
Yeah, that's when my little sister was born.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So her little sister, just a little information you don't need, but her little sister married another friend of ours, and so we kind of came back into each other's lives, and it's been very much fun. Plus, her parents prayed for me when I was really, really sick. So
we all did.
Tell them what's the first thing you're going to do, Megan.
I have 2 packages of 8-ounce packages of cream cheese and a cup of sugar, and I'm going to beat those. I've already got a dough sheet, a crescent roll dough sheet, so just like normal crescent rolls, but a whole sheet, so you don't have to deal with the triangles.
I thought that was really good. I didn't even know they made those, but I found it one weekend after a family weekend. One of the girls, my daughter-in-laws, had brought it and put it in my refrigerator, and I went, ooh, this is nice.
It is handy for all things baking. So we've got one of those sheets down here. We'll throw this mixture on top and then put another dough sheet, and then we've got some melted butter and sugar that we'll put on top with some cinnamon sugar, and that's it.
And Megan, I think after we're all said and done, all of our recipes, can you put on the, she can put them down underneath in the comments for us. But this is,
so they'll be on
Gina's Got Grub.
Gina's Got Grub and Dinner with Dykmans. Look at our
Yeah.
acronyms.
Oh, Dinner with Dykmans.
Yes.
Gina's Got Grub. Okay.
So fun.
Okay.
So while I'm getting this beat, Gina's going to start on our Spanish rice.
And when I do Spanish rice, look at these pans that she's got from Pampered Chef. She brought those this morning. I love them. You know this from me cooking in the past. I'm a cast iron fanatic. I mean, here, I keep it out on my stove, and then my extra cast irons, I have an oven right here below me and Megan, and I keep all my other cast irons in there because that's where I use them, right here, a whole lot. But she brought these, and she said, I really, really like these. I wanted to show them to you. I'm kind of thinking I'm loving this, and today, they're all, the last day, there'll be 25% off. I didn't know that, and so if I need this, I'm going to have to make a decision today. But we're going to see how it works. This is my first time. I've not ever put anything in this. But what I like to do in my Spanish rice is, which is very simple, is I like to put my rice in my cast iron usually, but we're using Megan's this time, and we're doing 1.5 cups. And then I like to toast my rice. It gets the starchy part off the rice, because this isn't a dish that's like an Asian dish, which you use very sticky rice in Asian dishes. But this is a Mexican dish, and their rice is still very moist, but it has a tendency to fall up, you know, not clump together and stuff. It's falling apart. So while she's making that, I'm just going to do this for just a few minutes. We should have probably already gotten this done, what we talked about. But,
and this too, because it's going to be very loud.
Oh yeah, it is going to be very loud for just 1 second, so here we go.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah. We're going to get it everywhere, but it's not too bad.
The bowl's not big enough? You want a bigger bowl?
It'll work.
Okay.
We got it. It doesn't take much.
So also today, we're going to try this, which we really don't know how it's going to work, but this is higher microwave rice cooker. So we're going to put it in there, and then I'll hold on just a second in case you can't hear me.
We're almost there. Doesn't take long.
Okay, can you see inside of this pan and see the rice that I'm cooking?
All right.
I want to say thank you to my man. He's over there behind the cameras, and he's the one who's doing that for us right now. So you got it in good? We need a spatula?
I got it in. I've got a, what other type of a silicone utensil?
Oh, you do?
Yes. That
Okay,
is
good.
perfect. So, I mean, you see how quick that was. That's why I love Soapy Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Especially for, I mean, we grew up eating it at Southern Oaks Baptist Church. Everybody brought it to the church function.
That's right. That's
Because
where I
it's
got the
so
recipe.
easy.
Yeah.
And
And
I
it's
still do it.
I don't really necessarily think it's traditional Mexican, but it says sopapilla in the name, so we're sticking it in the menu.
Definitely.
Oh wait,
Cinco
do we
de
not
Mayo.
have to mix the butter with it too at some sort of point?
I think it goes at the top.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're gonna double check though.
Okay. I'm still
This
just
is
doing the
cooking.
rice.
Figuring it out while you go.
Yeah. Sure
Sugar,
is.
cream cheese. Yes, this goes. Then we put the dough and
Where's
then
my-
comes the butter.
I gotta step out for just 1 second and get that spatula that Megan's gonna need to smear with. Didn't think about that. I have a whole lot of these offset spatulas. Used to, a long time ago, when I very first got the big one, I got it from Peppered Chef, but that was 25 years ago. Now everybody sells them, and I had to buy a whole bunch of them just from the regular, this one says CK, so I don't know who that is. But I keep these for when my grandchildren and I do cupcakes together.
Perfect.
So,
Yes.
we do that.
So,
I'm still doing my rice.
how long ago did you buy your first Pampered Chef, you think?
My first Pampered Chef was when I was living in the Middle East, and I came home and my sister was having an at-home party, my sister Leanne Bryce, and I got the flat stone, which I still have,
Oh my gosh.
and I still use a lot.
That's amazing.
And, yeah. And I got something else from them too. The scissors, the white handle
Okay.
scissors, any of y'all remember those? I'm gonna say this on camera. They're not as good as the newer ones aren't as good as the old ones. Everybody loved the old ones. They were great. And then, let's see, what else did I get Pampered Chef way back in the day?
You still have your stone?
I do still have my stuff.
You could have won my contest the other day, probably. I had an oldest stone contest.
Oh, I probably could have,
Yes.
because that was, if I was living in Dubai, my daughter was born over there in 1986.
Oh, wow.
So it was pre-1986, and so it would have been 85 or so. That was my first Pampered Chef.
So
at
over
home
30
show.
years.
Yeah, and what I did that just broke this year was my favorite dough roller outer deal. It was about
Yes.
this wide,
Yeah.
and it was on both ends. It had a little bitty one on one end and a bigger, and it was I did it with
So
just,
cute.
it wasn't like this. It was just one, and it broke this year, 30 years.
Wow.
That's the other
That's
thing
some
that I
pretty
got.
decent quality. I would
That is
say.
some pretty decent quality, yeah.
Okay, so she's still toasting this rice over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get our second dough sheet rolled out on top. I spread that in an even layer, and then we'll top it with the buttery goodness.
You know, my sister one time was really watching everything that she ate. She had gone to a chiropractor who also did health issues, and he told her to do all her rice up this way. I definitely still don't think it's keto because you're getting carbs, but it does take a lot of the starch out if you do your rice this way. And I'm really not looking for it to be brown. I'm just keep moving it around because I don't want it to be really brown. And when I lived in Canada, in Calgary, I was in a group at the church. It wasn't really part of the church, but we met at the church. And it was called Cooking with Friends. And the government had asked all the places that had large kitchens available to allow people from different nations to come in and cook together. And let me tell you what, it's really hard to cook rice with a group of people who are from India, from Korea, from Jamaica, because everybody cooks rice different. I cook rice, I originally learned how to cook rice the Cajun way. So what I have in here is 1.5 cups of rice, and what I will always do with rice is I will double that amount for water. So if I'm cooking 1.5 cups, I'm gonna use 3 cups of water. And we don't know if that's gonna work in our microwave thing.
Yeah, I've used the micro cooker for vegetables, so I don't normally do my green beans and corn in the microwave. I think they taste better on the stove. Well, I tried it out on my husband the other day to see what he thought, and it actually tasted very similar to how it tastes when you do it on the stove.
Oh, good.
Green beans and corn, we just throw them in there with I actually did my Knorr chicken bouillon.
I love Knorr chicken bouillon.
Yes, with the green beans, and throw them in there for 3 minutes, and boom, they were nice and steamed, and they're delicious.
Were they? Did you start fresh? Did you use a
Those
can?
were not fresh.
Okay.
Those were canned.
Canned
and
or
frozen
wonder
corn.
if you do frozen corn.
Yes.
Okay. So I've just finished the rice. It's maybe got a few pieces of brown in it, but it's just ever so slightly toasted. I've got a pot filler here. So here's my pot filler, you can see it. And this is what in this part of Texas area, the Mexican ladies use to cook their Spanish rice in. So this is what we're doing today. It's not what Megan usually does. She just puts
chicken.
salsa.
No, well, yes, for my Spanish rice, I do normally do the salsa and then the chicken bouillon.
Sorry, it's on
The
my teeth.
Knorr's. Oh,
Yeah.
no. But I think the tomato will be delicious.
So I'm gonna fill 3 cups of water.
And while she's filling, I'm going to add a whole stick of butter,
It's a stick and a
1.5
half.
sticks of butter, and a cup of sugar, and I'm just going to pour it on top.
Ooh. That rice was hot. That skillet's hot.
Yeah. How'd the enamel cast iron
I
here
think
hold
the
up?
enamel cast iron worked really great.
All
Great.
right.
I was very interested. And not only is it a cast iron, which is real important to me, it's pretty.
It is pretty. It's the matte gray. And like she said, today's the last day. It's on sale 25% off.
And so how would they find your website? I don't know how much I usually use of this, so I'm going to eyeball it.
So I will post my website on both, or my cooking or shopping link on both Grub with Gina.
Go. Gina's got grub.
Gina's got Grub and Dinner with Dykmans, so that you can click that and see it easy. And I have a post up right now that says 25% off, and you can find
these pans.
these enamel pans. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so I'm pretty serious about my salt. So here's my salt container, and I have Himalayan pink, and I just looked at this, and the first ingredient says salt, so I'm not really going to add a whole lot more salt. Probably a little less than a teaspoon, because the first ingredient in the tomato stuff is salt. But I wanted to. This is Knorr's, and I just used a tablespoon and a half, and now I'm stirring it up, and I'm fixing to put it in her rice cooker. We're gonna see how that goes, and then we're gonna pop it in the microwave.
Yes.
Got the sopapilla cheesecake in the oven, 350 for 20 minutes. You're gonna love that. It's just the best recipe. Let me get some pot holders. I guess I'm just pouring it in here, Megan.
Yeah. I guess
Okay.
that's going to be our best bet.
Okay. And then Megan will have to
Let's see.
slip out for just a second because my microwave,
Yes.
I put my microwave in the pantry. Let's see.
Oh, that was great.
Let's
job.
get that right there.
Yes.
Scoop that out for me.
All the pieces.
Okay, I think we're good. And she says the neatest part about this is the cleanup.
Yes.
It's heavy. I want you to know that. It is heavy like a cast iron. But the cleanup is, we're just going to rinse it. That, for the cast iron. I don't know about the cleanup for this.
It's easy too. So, well, you can rinse it, but you can also use dish soap, and you can use
You can
dishwasher
use
safe.
dish soap on it?
Yes,
Because it's enamel.
because it's enameled. So, unlike cast iron, it's got all the benefits, but it doesn't need to be seasoned. It's dishwasher safe, which is huge, and it cleans up really easy. I've got the pan scrapers. So if it's got a little stuck on gunk, you can scrape that off, but for the most part, it just rinses off, and you can just wipe it with some dish soap, and it's easy clean.
Okay, you saw me at the sink, and I did the rice, and then I put in the water and the tomato stuff for the rice. And so I went over to the sink. I had a few bits of rice and stuff in it. And it did leave a red ring out, and I just used my sponge and just wiped it out with my sponge. So that's good. So what about, I'm very particular. I don't dry my cast irons. I put them on the stovetop and let them dry.
Nope.
We just
wipe it off. It won't rust because
Okay.
of the enameled, which is why you can put it in the dishwasher. Yeah.
Oh, you can put it in the dishwasher,
Yes.
which you can't do with the cast iron.
So great.
Okay, I do love that a lot.
Yes. All right. Guacamole.
Avocado. Yeah. So Megan's got us some. We need a bowl for that, don't we? Oh, do we need a bowl to mix it in though?
We can probably mix it in here, or we can attempt
I'm
to.
gonna get this one just in case.
All right. So I've got, this was the 2-quart enameled cast iron, and I've got the 1-quart. I did my video the other day, Gina, and I just talked about how adorable it was. It's the cutest little cast iron.
It really is pretty. I do like it.
The matte gray, it's only got the little PC logo on the bottom, and then the inside is a pretty gray too. So I've also got our avocado tool, which I ordered it and I didn't know what to expect. And Gina said the same thing. This is not really what we expected.
I have the other kind that has the slices in it, and I use it sometimes, but not often.
Yeah, so this one's got the pit remover, and then it's got a rounded edge, so when you're slicing avocados in your hand, you won't cut your hand.
She has a story about that.
Yes.
Her sister-in-law, is her sister-in-law? No, good friend, like a sister-in-law.
Yes.
Is from Elise.
Yes. So she actually had an avocado in her hand, and I'll show you exactly what she did. And I'm going to go see her today. I'll have to tell her I told a story about her.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the pit remover.
Oh, okay. I was
And
wondering
just-
how that worked. There you go.
There it is. And I'm going to leave it in. Do you
Oh, you
leave
leave
your
it in?
pits in?
I don't leave 4 in. I would leave 1 in.
One, yes. So I'm
Okay,
going to
show it
pop
up, show
out
it
the
up.
stem.
Okay.
So now I'm going to hold it in the palm of my hand and take the little slicer. So what she had done was she went right through the peel.
Yeah.
Is that the peel?
The outside
and
peel.
sliced her palm. So with the rounded
Tip.
yes, thank you, then you cannot do that.
And she told us that Elise almost lost feeling in her
Yes.
hands and everything from doing that.
Yep.
And this has a serrated edge. I don't know if you're able to see it,
Yeah.
but there's a serrated edge right here, and then right here is a rounded tip.
Rounded.
So I really do like that. In my little thing that I have, I don't have this pit remover, and so I do take my chef's knife and go like that. So that, and I will tell you, it makes me a little nervous.
It's dangerous. Yes, I
Yeah.
do the same thing up until about a week ago when I got this tool. So-
Well, when she called and she said, "Hey, you want to do this?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it done." And she said, "Okay." We started making our menu out, and I said, "Well, do you happen to have an avocado ding?" She goes, "Yeah." And she said, I don't, but I'll get one." And so she did.
See, look, I just threw it around and it didn't cut me like a knife.
And also, too, she brought this for this particular dish, and it is. Tell them about this.
Guacamole seasoning. I just used that for the first time this week, and we love guacamole. So we like a really good guacamole.
I do too.
I like it with the tomatoes and
I
the
do
red
too.
onion and
I'm gonna
jalapeno.
get some red onion now.
Yes. So the fun thing about this guacamole seasoning is it's got all those things in it. But I like the texture of it, so I would typically add in tomato and red onion, but you don't need it. So if you're just looking to do something real quick, throw this guacamole seasoning in. It's got all the flavors of all the veggies, but in a little seasoning.
Okay, because I do have cilantro. Do you want me to get any of that out?
Oh, I do love cilantro. That's
Okay.
up to you. Let's see. I could even read the dehydrated onion, onion powder, spices, garlic powder, lime juice, jalapeno pepper powder,
Let's clean it a little bit.
and citric acid. So it's got all the good things that you need, and it kind of helps it not brown as quick, I realized. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but
Oh, well, that's the citric acid helps with that.
probably, yes.
Because when I can, I have to use citric acid to keep stuff not turning.
Yes. So I'll have to get Gina to come over here and use this avocado tool in a minute so you can see how easy it is. I've only used it one time before this. And it really, I mean, there's not much learning curve to it. It's pretty great. You know what I forgot is my mix and chop. Do you have a mix and chop?
I don't have a mix and chop. What
So,
is a mix and chop?
Mix and chop is the little, you use it to ground your meat.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh,
And
I
mashed
wanted to
potatoes.
buy one of those, yeah.
Yes. I can't believe I forgot it.
I was going to get those for my girls' stockings this year.
Oh,
I have
they're
4
perfect.
kids, 3 boys and a daughter. And
That's
all of the kids, boys and girls, yeah, I do want to try it. All of my kids, boys and girls, cook. So I hear all the time, because I watched this other show about some sisters when I use my Instapot, and they all love their twist and chop.
Mix and chop.
Mix and chop. Mix and chop.
Yes. So ours, I don't know, I actually have one from the dollar store.
Oh, okay.
That obviously doesn't work as great, and it doesn't have the beveled edge. So the one from Pampered Chef has a little beveled edge, so it is a little sharper. It's not sharp by any means, but it's sharper, so it helps you get the ground beef all ground up. But I also like to use it to make my guacamole.
Oh yeah,
and you mash it all up.
Potatoes too,
Mashed
right?
potatoes, yep. So if I don't use my beaters, which people think that's a sin, but
Yeah,
that's how I grew up eating them.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't use beaters on my mashed potatoes.
Yeah, some people think they like the lumps because it's
Yeah.
a potato. My brother does not. He likes his nice and smooth and creamy.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that's how we grew up eating them. But I like to use my mix and chop to get all my mashed potatoes chopped up.
And Megan, would you please tell them why we leave that seed in there?
Yes, so when you leave the seed, it helps it not brown as fast.
Yeah.
That's what they say. So there's lots of tricks for avocados.
Yeah.
The most recent one I've seen that I love, that one's not as ripe, is it?
It's good though. We're
Okay.
gonna make it work. It's gonna be fine.
Is that you can submerge like a cut avocado, a ripe cut avocado in water, and it will not brown.
Oh.
And it will stay for up to like 3 weeks.
Okay, if anybody tries that, let
Yeah.
us know.
Let us know
Because
it
that
looks
sounds
awesome.
very interesting.
Yeah. So while she finishes up this last avocado, I've got some chicken breast over here that I put guacamole salsa in, and a little bit of salt, pepper, and paprika, or taco seasoning, however you want to do it. And I put it in my crock pot on low. If I had a rock crock, that's what I would have used. I had told Gina a couple weeks ago that that's what I really wanted to do it in, because you can do it in the microwave. But,
Oh, really?
yeah, it will boil your chicken or cook your chicken so that it's ready, and it does not taste like it's been in the microwave.
Oh,
I've actually
yeah.
eaten some made out of it before, and it was delicious and juicy, and I just couldn't believe it. Tender. So I went ahead and used my little crock pot because that's my trusty crock pot. But I've got my salad choppers. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, look at those. Get closer
got-
with those.
2 little knives, slicers, and then a scooper. So you can stick it into things to shred, or you can use the 2 slicers to slice chicken. So we'll go ahead and stick them in there so you can, don't know if they're gonna be able to see, but Gina can see as she'll react for you. I know
Okay,
she will.
yeah. Let's see. We got this on her camera, but it's not on my camera.
Is it not
Gina.
on yours? We need to move it this
Okay.
way.
Let's turn it oh, there we go. We got
Okay.
Megan now. Now, see, I bought some of these off of Facebook, once again, for stocking stuffer for my children. And I bought me one too. And they were not
Those are
this
my
brand
hands.
or anything. But you know what? We have to use these to cook, and I'm very okay with it.
Yes.
And so I told her when she showed, she said, "Oh, I bought some of those," and I wasn't crazy about it. It showed chopping onion greens, but she assured me because
this
and
is
it is,
better.
it's working pretty good.
Yes.
It's working really good, and it has this little scoop.
So you can scoop it up and actually
Yeah.
chop it or slice it. Now my chicken might be a little overdone.
No, I don't think
Had
it
to
is.
prepare it a little bit, but it's not. I probably should have left a little bit of juice.
She's doing that. I'm going to chop up this cilantro and this little
Yes.
bit of onion. I also like tomatoes in mine, but I forgot we were doing this, and I did not
You know, and
get
my parents
tomatoes.
came to eat last night, and we had a leftover tomato, and I said, "No, y'all take it. I won't use it."
Ah, there we go.
That
We
was the
both
Lord
needed
telling
it.
me.
And so the flavor in cilantro is in the stem. So you don't want to just use those little leaves at the top. That's not what you want. The really good flavor in cilantro. Oh, I need a Band-Aid. Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh. I did not know that. I always just use the leaves for the most part, except for when I'm making a dip, I'll throw them in the blender, and I throw all the stems in. And you know what? It is more flavorful when you do that. Seems like Gina's a little bit like me in the kitchen, where we have battle scars probably weekly from all the cooking activities that we do. I've got a little 2 burns on my arm just from sticking things in the oven. Actually, that one's from the air fryer. And then we were actually talking about, which we'll pull our mandolin out in just a minute. We were talking about how dangerous those can be, and I sliced up my finger not that long ago on something similar.
Okay, I'm back and I'm doing good.
All
and
bandaged.
I'm all bandaged up and I cleaned it up. But yeah, the cilantro flavoring is in the stem, so you want to do that. And then the reason I get war wounds so easy is growing up, I was a redhead and freckle face. And so our skin, and she may have this later on because she's very fair also, is that it wounds easier as you grow old.
Oh.
So it
My
doesn't
dad's
take
like
anything
that.
for me. Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Doesn't take anything. So do you want me to use all of this in
Oh,
here?
yeah, I love cilantro. I don't
Okay.
know about y'all.
Yeah, we do. We love
Have you heard about the people that think it tastes like soap? Apparently that's
Yeah.
genetic.
Genetic. I did read that.
Who would have thought?
And I'm not a huge cilantro fan, but I like it in guacamole. And I would have loved some onions. And remember, I'm in Jacksonville, which is the tomato capital of Texas.
You would like.
I would have liked what? I would have liked tomatoes.
Tomato. Yes.
I didn't say that right. Luckily, I had someone here to correct me.
Luckily.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if y'all can see this.
Oh, that
can
looks
see
great.
That real quick?
This?
Yes, because I'm gonna pick up this crock pot and take it over there so they can see how easily I just shredded all of that
With that little tool.
with my little salad chopper. So you can see now I've got
The official taster is waiting
Oh,
on
yes.
the floor.
Lucy's down here ready to taste my shredded chicken. I've got taste testers in my kitchen as well, but mine are a little bigger.
Lucy's being extremely quiet for today. Usually I have to put her up. I'm going to throw all this onion into, and I would say it's 1/4 of a cup.
1/4 of a cup. So this guacamole seasoning, it says 1 tablespoon per avocado. I
Okay.
don't think I did that much the other day, but we'll see how much. I mean, do it to your taste. That's everything. though.
That is.
Any good cook, or if you can call us, I mean, we're called cooks.
Yeah.
We're called eaters.
I'm
That's what I call myself.
Good cook O's here.
I'm gonna do 3 because it looks like a lot, and we'll taste that and see. But oh, y'all, it even smells so good.
Oh, it smells great. So I didn't know they had seasonings now, because this is the avocado thing, but she brought me this as a little gift. Herbs de Provence. I think that's really good on chicken. I see that a lot when I watch French cooking shows. And pad thai. I love pad thai, but I haven't ever made it at home. So I'm pretty excited about using that because I make really good, which you've seen, fried rice, egg rolls, and wontons. I do that really, really well, and love to serve those. Serve those every single time my kids come home. So I'm pretty excited about the pad thai stuff.
So
We'll use it.
these little packets are actually called their taste buds. And
Oh.
today, it's another one. We had good spring sale. They're on sale for, it's a subscription. The subscription's on sale for 25% off. Today's the last day. But it sends 3 of these to your doorstep
Oh, okay.
with recipe cards and meal ideas every month.
Okay, we probably could have mixed it in this bowl and served in this
Cute
bowl,
bowl.
and I really do think this is cute to serve in, and I would definitely do it, but I decided to stick it in the bowl, and
It's way easier.
yeah.
I agree. All right.
Do we
There's
need
our
any
shredded
salt and
chicken.
pepper with this, or are we just gonna taste and
I
see?
think we're gonna taste it and see. I do think I added a little salt the other day.
Okay.
I like my guacamole
I
salty,
need a
though.
little salt in there for sure, yeah.
I'm big on the salt.
Okay, do I need to get some chips out, or are we just gonna do a fork?
No, I've got some chips right here.
Oh, you do?
Yep, I forgot to buy some, but I brought my package I
Okay,
had left
that
in
works.
home.
That's probably what I was gonna get out of the pantry,
Yep.
one that's already been opened.
Have at it.
Okay, so here we go. We're trying this to see,
Test our flavors
test
out.
our flavors out.
So this would have been really easy with the mix and chop. She used a fork, but the mix and chop really gets in there.
I don't need any salt.
Mm-mm.
That's really good.
I could eat that. with
I'm
the
glad we
fork.
held off on the salt.
Mhm.
Really, 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 really good flavor.
That's delicious.
That is delicious. I do miss the texture of the tomatoes.
Mhm.
but it doesn't need the tomatoes.
And I like the red onion for the color.
I like the red
Too.
onion for the color, and I like red onion. I like the onion anything.
So good.
So I'm going to kind of wipe the edges off here before serving it.
So real quick, since we were talking about seasonings, we actually do have full-size seasonings as well. Salt, pepper. We have a really fun one that I just ordered is like a garlic and pepper blend. And then we have a bell pepper seasoning.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting, yes. I feel like that would be really good in like some tomato sauce for spaghetti, like a bell pepper.
Yeah.
And then we've got a really good smoky applewood rub.
I wonder if you could do bell pepper seasoning in pimento cheese. You know, pimentas are just cooked red bell pepper.
I did not know that.
Okay, well, there you go. Because sometimes when I'm making pimento cheese, I'm not interested in using the. No, I don't want to say slimy because that sounds so bad.
I was gonna say the same thing though, slimy
Okay,
tomatoes.
and
yes.
I will cook I almost always have bell pepper in the refrigerator. I'll slice up my bell peppers and I'll put it in my iron skillet, but I mean, it would do really good in these enamel coated pans. And put my bell pepper in, let it cool, and then I make up my pimento cheese. And I think it tastes so much better, but I'm really interested in knowing how
Bell pepper seasoning.
that would go, the bell pepper seasoning would do in the pimento cheese.
Yes. Now, we're doing tacos, shredded chicken tacos, so I think we would all prefer fresh tortillas, but everywhere was out. I don't know what your grocery stores have looked like.
I didn't go
mine
look,
are
so I don't know. I use both.
pretty rough.
I love to buy the fresh ones too, and I can get those at our Super One. That's our taco grocery store here. But if I'm in a bind, I'm very fine with this.
Yes.
Okay, let me get the lettuce out.
Gina's got these fun little taco plates. I'm actually giving away a taco night set. I didn't even tell you about that.
Yeah, tell us about that.
So we have a taco night set, which is a tortilla warmer, our mix and chop. Looky there, the mix and chop,
There you
chipotle seasoning, and guacamole seasoning.
Oh.
And I'm giving away a free set if you join my VIP group and invite friends, then you get an entry for all of those things. So if you invite 10 people to my VIP group, you get 10 entries to win a taco night set.
Oh man, that's a lot better. I just went to Tuesday morning the other day, and she said if you fill out this little survey, you will be thrown in the hat for a $50 gift certificate. I said for just this Tuesday morning? Oh no, throughout the nation. Probably not gonna make that phone call.
Yeah, no.
But if I get 10,
Yeah.
you bring in 10 people and do that, I probably would do that.
We're
Okay,
gonna
our lettuce is
chop
still.
off the end.
We're gonna chop off the end of the.
Yes.
I don't think we're gonna use it all though.
Probably not. That's true.
So I'm going to not. I'm just
So
gonna
this
pull
is
it out.
our rapid prep mandolin, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Is it mandolins being dangerous? Oh, those are the things you use to slice your finger off
And they
this
are
way.
sharp, and I do have one.
No, so,
sideways,
yeah, so they can see.
so they
all
can
of
see it happening.
Let's
Look,
get
we've
closer
got
to
our
the camera
director over here, and he's fantastic. So
Yeah.
it's got a little tray that goes in and sets inside the kickstand. Whoop, real easy like that. And then if you can see right here, it's got two dials. The top one, you can put it on French fry, coin slice, and julienne cut. So you just turn it to whichever one you're looking for. And then you can adjust the thickness, 1 through 8. So 1's super thin and 8 is a little very thick. We're gonna do our lettuce today in this, which is not something traditionally you would do in a mandolin. But we're gonna do it on coin slice, and it should just shred up our lettuce.
Coin slice numbers 8, 6, whatever.
Yes, we are putting it on, it's on 6, so a little thicker so that we're not eating.
And so we tested it, and it's not bad. This is what we came up with at the very beginning. I don't know if you can see this really good, but it's not really bad at all. That would be perfect for me for a taco. I like that for a taco. And then afterwards, I thought about this. I like black olives, and we're going to try slicing a few of those in here too.
Oh,
we
okay.
haven't done it yet, so this is
No.
on TV. But I have been enjoying that guacamole while she's been talking.
Yes, it is delicious.
Okay, so what do I do?
So we're gonna take out the food pusher, and then you probably want to do 3 or 4 of those leaves at a time.
I'm going to try drying them just a little bit more.
We washed
We
our
washed
lettuce.
our lettuce, but we didn't do it early.
Yeah, we were trying to be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat some guacamole while we're here too.
And I bet our director would sneak over here and get some too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do we want to use the hard part down first, or
Yeah.
should I fold it?
Yeah, I think that would be a good way.
And should I
Really
cut
good
it right here and put both of them in? No.
I think stick it in. Make sure you're putting a little pressure so
Okay.
that since it's lettuce, with other things like a tomato, potato, you can stick it in there and cut it with one
Okay,
hand.
so then this is the pumper thing that I do. Oh yeah, it's going really fast.
Yeah. And so once you get down a little farther, you can stick
Turn
the
it,
food pusher
turn it so
in.
you can see it falling out.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Wrong way, right?
There you go. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Wrong way.
Nope, wrong way.
Wrong way.
Oh wait, it doesn't look right.
It's
right
hard
there.
to tell. It really is hard to tell.
Okay, that just doesn't look right now, but okay. Man,
So let
this
it
is
come
great.
all the way up.
Oh, all the way
There
up.
you go.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. That's even better than the first time.
Yeah, that is. Okay, we have this left in there.
Yes. So with lettuce, you kind of get stuck with the top stuff because it gets a little mashed. But yeah, we just throw it in there. But
Okay.
way easier than chopping it all up with a
Do a
knife.
few more so they can see it falling
Okay. Yes, director, my husband, my man, Jimmy Roy. I asked him if he would do this for us today, and it's a real treasure for him to do it because he got real upset at me doing the cooking shows because I talk so loud and so much. He said, "You're just talking so loud." And so then everywhere we went, my friends were saying, "How come you're not doing your cooking shows anymore? I was really enjoying it." And I would just say, I would point to him and say, "It's that man right there." And they go, "Oh, we loved him. We loved watching him." So a friend of mine, her husband just passed away, and we were down there loving on her family and taking care of her. And her daughter came in from Providence, Rhode Island. She's was in a physician's assistant school, but now she's graduated. And she said, "Gina, are you going to do any more cooking shows?" I said, "I have one planned for when I get home with a friend of mine, Megan." So
That was why I originally messaged her because I think I only got to watch one or two of them. But they were so great, and I hadn't even gotten on camera. And so I thought, I know who to talk to do my first video with, or one of my first.
you know, I did it with that one time traveling with my friend Lisa Dalton. And I want to tell you about this with Lisa Dalton. Lisa Dalton's a very picky eater. She's my college roommate, and we'd travel with her and her husband, George. But when I, very long time ago, college, so a long time ago, was eating, we're doing guacamole with her. That was very difficult for Lisa to try then. And I don't know if Lisa remembers this, but my mother-in-law said this too. It turned brown one time, and it was in the refrigerator, and she said it was a lot for her because it's a visual thing and it's a texture thing. It was a lot easier for her to eat when it was brown.
Oh, I was not
But
expecting.
she's not that way anymore. She eats regular. She eats it regular now. Oh yeah, she's taking the rice. So I'm going to do these olives, black olives. It's got a flip top lid. Turn it more this way.
out. Yeah, so they can
Okay,
see it working.
you're gonna love how amazing this was. So I put this in the microwave for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Look how
Megan,
fluffy.
I have to stop for a second. How is our?
Okay.
I think has this been 20 minutes?
Oh, I forgot to set the timer.
Okay, we're doing good.
Oh, good.
Okay, go ahead with
There's
your-
a classic.
Go ahead with your microwave. Oh yeah, we're there.
Oh, yes. Okay, so yeah, I just did the rice in the micro cooker after she toasted it and put her seasoning in it, and popped it in for 5 minutes, and it is so nice and fluffy. I can't wait to fluff that up.
Oh, yeah, it does. I had a
Use
fork.
that.
Let me get that fork.
And she just pulled Sophia cheesecake out that I forgot to set a timer for. So it was in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes.
We're
we
hoping
hope.
20 minutes, but it still looks pretty. Let me show it
It
to
does
you.
look great.
It's got the butter standing on the top, but that's it. Oh, you can see the butter kind of moving around there. But we put the cinnamon, the sugar, and then if you sit here and let it cool, it'll just absorb it. Oh my gosh. It is wonderful to eat perfectly just like it is, or with a little ice cream. That was the word I was looking for.
Ice cream.
Okay, and do we need cheese? I have
It's
cheese.
up to you.
Does this do cheese?
I do not know.
Okay.
I don't think it would do cheese
Mine
because
does
of
cheese.
the texture, maybe.
Doesn't grate.
Where's
Yeah.
your, no, you can, no, I have, there's no way this doesn't do cheese.
We can definitely try.
Where's your other pieces? There's no way, this is the main thing it's
Oh, I
known
don't-
for is cheese.
No, we have a grater for
Oh.
cheese. Yeah.
Okay. I'm really surprised.
Do
We're
your
gonna,
olives.
It might do.
we're gonna
cheese.
get back with you on that one. We're
Yes,
gonna see.
we will. I'll
Do you
ask
do
and
the
see if
olives?
it does cheese. Oh, the olives. Yeah, we could try the olives.
How would you do the olive? Okay. Since we're not doing it, and we weren't planning and had to get it out of mine, we're doing the Mexican style cheese from Brookshire's.
This smells so good. I love the color.
Ooh, it looks
that it
great.
gave. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and
Try a little
that's
bit
from
inside.
the.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
It's so good.
And how long, Megan, did you put it in?
5 minutes. 5 minutes in the microwave.
Okay. That looks really, really good.
I think it helped that we left it in there for probably 5-10 minutes after to let it steam a little bit and really fluff up. But that was easy and
Yeah.
delicious.
Okay, where is my olives? Right here.
There they are. So
So we're gonna chop a few of these up. I'm gonna drain it a little bit. Are we gonna use
wow,
the
they're all
same?
coming together. It depends. You want them sliced?
Yeah, let's do. Is that
Okay. Yep. So it's on a coin slice still. Now we might make them a little thinner. So I'm gonna put it on 5, just to see if that's about how we want. It's all about trial and error. There is an instruction manual.
1 is the thinnest.
Yes.
it? It's all
1
there.
to 8.
1 to 8. So that's
Okay.
about halfway. So those are. You like how those are?
Yeah, I do. I like those.
Ah, that's so cute.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
hold
didn't
it-
know that.
Hold that up there so they can see what it looks like cut.
Wow. So that's on a 5 thickness, and I feel like that's what sliced olives would look like out of the can. Huh.
Yeah, I think it's what slice olive, and that was real easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
not better than
here's my
cutting
deal is,
yourself.
if
Yes.
I'm just gonna use this for one thing, more than likely, I'm probably not gonna get it out.
Yes.
But if I'm going to use it for lettuce, and I would have used it for tomatoes, and if it did cheese, I would have definitely used it for cheese
Yes.
and for olives. So now Megan's fixing to put,
Onion.
do we need talk? Oh, I would for sure use it for onions.
Yes, onions, potatoes is what I've used it the most
Have
for.
you got an onion?
So I did French fries. I've done French fries a few times. Travis loves French fries, so we've done those a lot for wing night and burger night. It makes French fries super easy, and then I have used it to coin slice potatoes for scallop potatoes. It really is just super versatile.
What do you think about garlic? You think you would do garlic?
It would probably slice up some garlic. Yes, I feel like you can try just about anything with it.
So I think we're gonna have enough chicken left over. It looks like, how many pieces
yeah.
did you use?
That was 3 chicken breasts.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay, so this looks really good.
Yes.
We'll put that on
What do you
there,
want on
and
your
I'm gonna
tacos?
quickly make
Oh, yeah.
a little bit of enchilada. Because I think we've got it, and it's really easy to do.
Yes.
I've done this already before, but I love this recipe.
And Cinco de Mayo's coming up.
Oh yeah,
So
Cinco de Mayo.
it's really just the perfect time for us to show you these types of recipes. That's kind of what we were thinking.
So I'm gonna use this again. I like to soften my tortillas, and for my enchiladas, I like to use corn enchiladas. So here's whipping cream. I'm gonna pour a little bit of that in the bottom of my pan. There's my pan. I'm not making a lot of enchiladas. This time of year, I need to get down there. If I go to the tomato stand in Jacksonville, I can buy a box of green tomatoes.
Ooh.
And we make green tomato salsa, and I love it for this.
Sounds amazing. Okay, this is very similar to my enchilada recipe.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I mix heavy cream and then the green enchilada sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And that
okay.
is my sauce. Huh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm putting this, turning our pan on right here, and I'm gonna soften. I'm probably gonna soften, where do I have a little oil? I probably have some right here. Let's see. Here's my olive oil. It'll work. I don't want hardly any at all. I don't want them covered in oil. In fact, a lot of times if I get a little bit too much oil in the pan, I'll put 1 or 2, take them out, and then I have a brush and I will take them off of what I've already cooked because I just want it to go around. I just want them to be just slightly softened, and we're talking maybe a minute or two on each side.
Helps make it easier to roll too.
Yes, it does. Oh yeah, and then they don't break.
Yes.
Yeah, when you put them in the oven. I gotta get some more cheese.
All right. Gina, what else did you put on your taco?
I do sour cream on my
Sour
taco.
cream. Jimmy, what do you put on your taco?
Sour cream and whatever you got.
Sour cream, whatever I got.
Jimmy puts on his taco what Gina puts on it because Gina makes his plate.
I love it.
Yeah. I got this years and years ago from a college roommate, Faye Walstead. It won Gift of the Year. See how it's kind of shaped like a hand and fingers? I use it all the time. It's a bottle opener here, a bottle opener there. And then this does something right here. I'm not for sure. I've never used that part right there, but it does something. It shows. Maybe it opens like what I just did, breaking the seal of my can there. But I got it long time ago. So if it'd been Pampered Chef, that would be a 40-year-old gift because I got it when I at one of my wedding showers.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. That is amazing. So how long have you been married, Megan?
2 years. Just
2
in March.
years.
Yep. Not too long. We're still pretty new at all of it, but
That's okay. Megan is a third grade school teacher, and her school is the very first school in Texas that's not going to school on Fridays.
yes.
So what hours do y'all have from Monday through Thursday?
We are 7:45 to 3:45, so it's a little bit longer school day, but it's really worth it to be off that fifth day and have 3 days to relax. I use it as one day to kind of decompress, one day to get everything done, and one day to have fun.
Isn't it
Okay.
supposed to be hot?
No. And then her husband is a firefighter, so he works on and off too.
So it
that's
gives
really
us
good.
a lot of time off together, which is great. And then also apart, which is nice sometimes.
Ooh, yeah.
If you're married,
Yeah.
but I love him. I love him.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. I just threw my thing down in there.
All right.
I'm going to do...
You want some guacamole salsa? Or no? It's a
No,
little
not in
spicy.
here. I
Okay.
used
Or
to use
on
that
your
green...
taco.
Oh, my taco.
Or
Do you
rice?
want any- I do want rice on my
Rice.
plate.
Okay.
There's
So
3
we can put
tacos there,
rice
so
over
we can
here.
all just try one.
Exactly. Now, normally when I do tacos, I don't know about y'all, we love beans at our house.
Yeah, we do too. Yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes, we do pinto beans.
In this part of Texas, I know in the South, they use a lot of black beans. I know if we go just 100 miles over to Louisiana, they do red beans, but we do pinto beans.
Pinto. We do black beans every once in a while, but the flavor in pinto beans is just so good. Our favorite is to do jalapenos, like pickled jalapenos. Just dump a whole lot of them in, honestly. We love it. And they're not too spicy. And then I actually put the Knorr chicken bouillon
Oh, you do?
in my pinto beans, and then sometimes cilantro, depending on how I have it.
Well, I like a good ham bone in mine, but if I don't have a
Yeah.
ham bone, then I will throw in, I would say 6 or 7 or 8 pieces of whole garlic.
Oh,
And then, I wouldn't do onion, but I would do, a little bit of some sort of Mexican spices, probably chili powder or something like that. But if I'm doing, it's a very southern meal, it's a poor man's meal, if you do pinto beans, cornbread with coleslaw on the top.
Oh,
And so
coleslaw on
that
top.
mayonnaise and that crunch is really good. And then when I put the bowl, I get a bowl like this, butter my cornbread, put it in there, top it with my pinto beans, and then top it with my coleslaw. The coleslaw has the onion in it, which flavors really well with the beans.
Sounds amazing.
And then the mayonnaise flavors really well, and then the crunch from the cabbage is just really, really good. So when she says she does beans, when you cook up a pound or 2 pound bag of beans, it's way more than her 2 or my 2 household can eat. So what I want you to know is that they freeze really well, and they don't turn out mushy like some people would think they do. And I think they're very good, and it's very easy when my grandkids over because they love pinto beans also. If Ginger calls me at a little late notice and says, hey, can you go get the boys, or even Ruby, then I just go down to my freezer and I can thaw them out in my microwave really fast too. And pinto beans is I don't have any in my freezer right now, but they're kind of a staple.
Yeah, that sounds great. You brought up coleslaw. I like a good slaw on my taco.
I like a good slaw on my fish tacos.
Oh yeah. The mandolin's great for cabbage.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can slice that cabbage into your little coleslaw. Super handy. I didn't even think about doing a slaw, but that's what I did last week was a cilantro jalapeno coleslaw.
If we have leftover pulled pork for a holiday meal that the boys have smoked,
Yes.
I like a pulled pork taco with coleslaw.
With coleslaw. Pulled pork tacos and pulled pork nachos.
Oh, I've never done pulled pork nachos.
We love pulled pork nachos with some ranch and barbecue sauce.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and the coleslaw. Oh, the flavor profile and all that stuff.
So I want to learn how to make ranch, which I've tried 1,000 recipes to make ranch homemade using chives I've grown, using onions I've grown, using all the spices, dill I've grown.
Wow.
It never tastes as good to me as the bottled
That's
ranch.
Hidden Valley.
Yeah. So I still am trying to figure out how to do that. So what we're going to do with our enchiladas, I think I'm going to move this.
Yeah, we kind of got a lot going on over here.
We do. And I'm going to roll it on this little
space.
cookie sheet.
Well, I guess I can show you our tacos real quick. while
Yeah,
she
please
rolls
show
for
the
a minute.
tacos.
So I did each of us a little taco on Gina's cute little taco plates. I love these.
Yeah, I got
I
those
think
at the
they'd
grocery
be-
store.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they'd be really good for like street tacos. Maybe they'd stand up a little better. And obviously the hard shell tacos would be perfect.
So I'm not going to put hardly any chicken. So we're probably still 3 chicken breasts, and we're still not going to use all of this chicken. And I'm going to put a little cheese on there. And if I'd had it, which I don't, I would have chopped onion really fine and put it in there too. But I'm not. So I just rolled that. I put chicken in there, and then I'm going to sit it down in my sauce. I mixed it up, and there's my very first rolled enchilada.
Okay, now this is the game changer. 1 pan. I normally mix my enchilada sauce in like a big bowl or measuring cup.
Oh, well, we talked
And
about
then-
it. Yeah, I don't measure.
Yeah, well, no, I don't measure it. I just pour it in there, and then I will scoop it out or dip my tortillas in, and then put it into a pan. But look at this; she doesn't have to pour sauce on top now. It's
Oh,
on
I'm going to
bottom.
though. I will show you. I'm just going to pour the whipping cream and the green sauce just straight on top.
Wow.
So I'm not interested in using another bowl. I'm sorry.
Oh goodness, no.
Um,
The less dishes, the better.
Okay, Jimmy, why don't you come try one of our tacos?
Yeah.
And Megan, you too. You taste one and
Okay,
see what
we'll
you
get in
think.
here. Come on, Jimmy. I'll let him taste test first because I'll be
Yeah.
biased.
And what again did we put on our chicken when we
That
did it
one's
in the
got
cooker?
some salsa on it.
Okay, did you want this one?
But no, I don't care. I'll eat any of them.
Okay, so what
What
did
did we
you
put on the chicken? The chicken, guacamole salsa, a little bit of taco seasoning, salt and pepper.
And how long did you cook it for?
I like to do my crock pot stuff on low for 6 to 8 hours. I just think it tastes better, gets more tender. You can do high for 2 to 4, and really with chicken breast, it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Okay.
But I did do this one on low.
And do you buy chicken breast with the bone on, or is this just chicken breast?
This is just chicken breast.
So it would work. I always like to cook meat with the bone on. I think it adds so much more
It
flavor. But for
does.
this right here, it's no big deal to use this. I would easily do this if this is what I have, and do it.
And
And it
we-
makes cleanup a lot easier too.
Oh yeah, we do a lot of chicken thighs.
Oh, I do too. I do
Because
a lot
the
of chicken thighs.
Flavor, but I feel like chicken breast shreds better. I like
Yeah,
it
I
for
do
my
too.
shredded
Yeah.
chicken. Chicken thighs do have they
Way
flavor.
more
They have.
flavor.
Woo! But
Okay, Megan, take a bite of one of
I will
those and
take
let
a
us
bite
know
of my
what you
taco.
think.
all right, I'm gonna add a little bit of rice. Well, we've got rice on the side. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna step over here.
What do you think?
It's a pretty good taco.
Mine's good.
Okay, so I've just finished rolling my enchiladas, sticking them in my sauce, and we're fixing to finish these off. I'm fixing to pour just a little bit more of this over, not a lot, because I don't want to use another bowl. I'm all about using whatever. In fact, you've
That's
seen
so
me
great.
watch 2 or 3 bowls. I'm going to add some of my green tomato salsa, and then I'm going to add cheese. And now we've got enchiladas to go with our Mexican meal. And
That was
those
so
are,
fast.
yeah, that was really good enchilada. Those look great.
I'm gonna try this
Let's put them
rice
in
while
our
we're
oven. Is the rice good?
The rice. Yes.
Let me get me a fork.
Yes, grab the fork. I used the rice fork. The rice is delicious.
Okay, I'm
That
excited.
tomato.
The instructions on the container said 15 minutes, and her and I both, come closer to me, her and I both were like, oh my goodness, it takes 20 minutes
On stove.
on the stove. And so she said, I'm just going to do it for 5. So we did just do it for 5 on high.
On high.
Oh my gosh, that's really good.
The flavors.
Good texture. Like I told you though, it's not real sticky like you would use Asian rice. It falls apart a little bit easier, but it's very moist still.
It tastes like a Mexican food restaurant.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Very easy.
And some Mexican food restaurants have good rice, and some do not. I think I want to try my taco.
Yes.
Mmm.
The guacamole always makes a taco for me. And the crispy lettuce.
I like the sour cream, and I like the black olives.
Yeah, the black olives are a nice touch on a taco.
So that is really good. So our one last thing we're going to eat in front of you and let you know how good it is we're going to try our sopapilla cheesecake.
Cheesecake, yes. Oh, it just looks. I wish I could smell the sopapilla cheesecake. That's one of my favorite things. Excuse me.
By the time I'm old and dying and in my grave, or probably really close to that, it's going to be smell-o-vision. I know there is.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
It's the
Let
best.
me get a little plate.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Sopapilla cheesecake is the thing that I make when somebody calls and says, hey, let's do dinner tomorrow, or let's do dinner tonight, because I don't know about y'all, but I always have cream cheese, and I almost always have some sort of crescent roll, and I definitely have sticks of butter, cinnamon, sugar, and vanilla.
Yeah, there was nothing out of the ordinary for your refrigerator to do sopapilla cheesecake.
Yes. It's the easiest thing. Throw it all in, pop it in the oven.
In fact, when she got here this morning, she was so nice and brought almost all the groceries for the whole meal. And we started pulling the stuff out to do sopapilla cheesecake, and I said, okay, it's got butter. She said, butter. She says, oh, I didn't bring butter. I said, girl, I got butter. And I do. And when we lived in the Middle East, we lived in the Middle East, they did not carry margarine. And at that point in my life, my mother, that's what we had in our life was margarine. And one of my very best friends was Jordan and Gina from Norway. Well, they're not ever going to use margarine. And so we started using, so I had to use, there was no margarine, so I had to use butter. And I found out they kept it out on their counter in a butter crock all day long. So I have butter crocks. That's what I do. And they look like a little butter dish. I use Polish pottery, and that's what it is. But my butter stays out. In the South here, we can get pretty hot, but of course we do have air-conditioned homes. And I do notice a difference in the summer between my butter and the winter between my butter. But I don't use margarine anymore. I know it's not a healthy thing to do. So how's your sopapilla cheesecake?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
It looks really pretty too.
yes. You can't go wrong with melted butter.
Oh my God. Or cream cheese.
Or cream cheese.
Melted butter, cream cheese, and bread.
Yeah.
Be still my heart.
That's all you need in life.
Yeah, that is. And for me, I just need to tape it to my thighs. That's all I need to do. Okay, Jimmy, you want to try it?
Definitely.
That's delicious. So we cooked today for you our tacos, did the chicken in the slow cooker, got enchiladas in the oven. They're going to be delicious. Great guacamole.
Yes.
Really good rice we did in the cooker. Megan's going to put down in the comments how you can get a hold of any of this stuff. I am really enjoying these enamel covered cast iron. I really am. And then we have sopapilla cheesecake. So it's been fun cooking with you.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Talk to us down in the comments and let us know what you think. Bye-bye.